remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa with precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. Yes, I remember Tampa, she remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the most entertaining 60 minutes from the studios at TBCN. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another fabulous edition of the Tampa Native Show. My name is Mario Nunez. I'm seated alongside my broadcast partner,
Steve Canella.
And of course everybody knows...
Hello everybody, how's everybody doing tonight?
The 15-minute girl, we need to introduce her. Everybody knows the 15-minute girl. And we have a special guest in studio with us tonight as well.
Sure
as you see, Mr. Philip Cacciatore is going to be here with us for the fast and furious hour that's about to take place. And we're going to be talking about all things historic as it relates to the Cacciatore family, having been established here as a Tampa business since the year
1896.
1896.
Talk about a legacy.
Talk about a legacy and talk
Incredible.
about a Tampa tradition. Anybody who spent any time here growing up in Tampa certainly knows the name Cacciatore Brothers. And Philip will be with us all evening. Get ready to make those phone calls if you have questions for Philip as well. Before we get to that, we'll get a couple of announcements out of the way early.
Let's do that.
And we want to tell our director in the booth our email address. This is where I refer to my my techie partner.
IT
here.
guy?
Yeah, my IT guy. IT guy, go ahead and tell Jeff that email address so he can type it in and get ready to show that to our fans.
Absolutely. Jeff, that'll be show@tampanatives.com. That's show@tampanatives with an S.com.
You're welcome. Get that phone ready, and if you bring up that two-shot, I'm going to get these announcements underway. I'm going to put on my handy-dandy readers here so that we can...
I'll leave mine on.
Yeah, we can take care of that. All right. This goes out to everybody out there having those watch parties that we've been talking about.
Right.
Watch parties all over the city. We know there's one taking place right now at Castillo's Cafe, and we'd like to say hello to everybody watching at Castillo's Cafe.
Hi guys.
Gigi, we know because we saw your little ad today on Facebook. So if you're out there having a watch party, we want to make sure that you take a picture. Take a picture of that watch party. If you've got 3, 5s, and the people that send in the picture with the most people watching are going to win a personal appearance by the cast of the Tampa Native Show next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday night as they replay this show. And then, of course, we'll bring our video camera in there. We'll have a lot of fun with that. So watch parties all over the city. Take that photograph. And, of course, include the image of our show in the background so we know you're taking a photograph of our show.
Yeah.
How exciting that is.
It's going to be very, very good. You could win a personal appearance by the cast. Now, it's also Bayside Bhangra time, ladies and gentlemen. And if you remember, last year at this time, we also brought up Bayside Bhangra because it's one of those events that if you've never had the experience, take us out of this shot, Jeff, so they can get a good look at that. Bayside Bhangra, Indian cultural competitive dance event. This year is going to be taking place at Centro Asturiano, right there on the corner of, let's see, I think that's Nebraska and Palm, if I'm not mistaken, Philip. Isn't that correct? Palm
Yes,
and Nebraska?
Palm and Nebraska.
Centro Asturiano this year. It's this Saturday, the 14th. For information on that, visit our website, tampanativeshow.com. We've got all the information you could use. We went to the India Fest also this past September, if I'm not mistaken, the end of the summer, August, September. So these two events correlate. This one here, the pageantry, the dance, the music. If you've never experienced Bayside Bhangra, this is your opportunity.
It's absolutely
to do so.
beautiful, really. It is.
We went last year. We had the best time.
We had an amazing time.
Fun.
We had an amazing time last year.
Incredible.
Very lively.
Thanks to Colleen Shaw, one of the directors who puts that together, who always includes the Tampa Natives group. We get the VIP treatment for that. I don't
Thanks,
mind.
Colleen.
Yeah, thanks, Colleen.
Thank
You're
you.
the best. And we look forward to seeing you and everybody there on Saturday as well. Also, this past March the 10th, we've got a little video clip that we're going to let Jeff know that we're going to go to here in just a second. I'll set it up by saying this. On March the 10th, we had the opportunity to participate with the South Tampa Survivors at what they call South Tampa Survivors Summer Stock 3. And 3 because this is the third year that they've put on this event running. It's a terrific event. It takes place down at the Post 138 American Legion Hall, down on Southwest Shore there at Prescott. Randy Parrott and Patty
Seberg.
Patty, forgive me. I love you. We love you.
Patty
Seberg. Patty Seberg. They are gracious enough each and every year to invite us there again. VIP treatment all the way, and we've got a little video that we shot the day that we were there. They were just setting up the event.
Lots of music.
Yep. Randy may very well be on the road, and we hope he's watching online. And Patty, we hope you got the information also. You're watching now.
Thank you.
So let's take a moment, go to the video, enjoy this. This is all about South Tampa Survivors, our sister group. Well, this will be the time of the show when you say, ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties, please stand by.
Yes.
Because in pre-show rehearsals, we didn't have any problem with that audio.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, what you saw there was Randy and Patty and myself talking a little bit about that event. We're going to get that
play it
fixed up,
again.
and we're absolutely going to bring that back. Because that's 3.5 minutes of the most riveting video that you've probably seen in a long time. So don't worry, we're going to bring that back up and have that, if not later in the show today, certainly next week. Also want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Franco Silva from Latino 54 and WMNF for having us on this week.
That was fun.
We were in with him on Monday, and let's see, we did a little interview on Monday that was taped for Wednesday's show.
It was fun.
We also had the opportunity to air I Remember Tampa, written,
Yesterday.
sung, and produced by the one and only Mike Maluha. And we're gonna preview a little bit of that sound next week on next week's show. But congratulations to Franco Silva studio and Latino 54 at WMNF for reaching their pledge goal, which was a fundraising goal of $2,000, which was pretty good. And we like to think the Tampa natives were right there strong by his side because we understand that we pushed him over the top, helped push him over the top.
I think we did.
Congratulations to Franco Silva and Latino 54 WMNF. Also, we have a new sponsor this week that I'm going to let Steve talk about.
We have Columbia Jobbing, Audrey Lazera. Very excited to have her on board and her company on board, so that's fantastic.
Thank you,
and
Audrey.
Without our sponsors and our fans, we wouldn't be here, as we always mention. And this is another, shows how connected we are to the community as well. And just great.
Audrey's participated in the past, and we're grateful to have her back with us yet again. Thank you, Audrey, for that.
Another legacy sponsor, too, 65 years in Tampa.
Absolutely.
How wonderful.
That? Yeah.
The Lazera family. Also, a new personal contributor, Mr. Copeland Moret and his wife, Stephanie. So, Copeland, if you're out there watching, and we know you are, thank you again for participating in the sponsorship. Listen,
it's important that you're there.
Yeah, we couldn't do this without your generosity. And one of the gentlemen here that's on set with us tonight, also, Mr. Philip Cacciatore, who's been very, very generous with his time and his contributions. And Philip, at this point, we'd like to go ahead and welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much.
Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
there
you.
he is.
Well, we're so excited to have Philip here. You know, I have to say, one of my fondest childhood memories is my Uncle George taking my sisters and I to Cacciatore Bros on Buffalo Avenue. By the way, Buffalo Avenue is kind of a code word along with Tampa High Light or Shakey's Pizza. So if you're talking to someone and they happen to throw out there Buffalo Avenue or Tampa High Light, you may very well be talking to a Tampa native.
Yeah.
Good chance. But that memory was fantastic. My uncle would take us there. We'd go behind the counter in Phil's location on Buffalo. He'd give us samples. Philip would give us samples of the salamis, the imported cheeses. Got to go in the cooler, and just great memories. Now, as a kid, 6 or 7 years old, I don't know if it felt better to sample all that great food or just being behind the counter like the workers there. You know, it felt great. We had the authority to go behind the counter. You know,
you were family.
Yeah, it felt fantastic. But
And
very
you got
exciting.
filled up before you
Yeah, we
got
did. Yeah, it was such a treat. You remember that, Phil, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we
Yes,
had
sure I do.
We had the best time. But now, speaking of Tampa legacies, Since 1896, is that correct?
1896 is when they started a business in Ybor City.
Ybor City.
It's a long time.
Now, the legacy continued on, actually way before that, in Sicily. Now, you have family in Sicily as well to this day.
Yes, we do. And they're in the same business, the food business. One of my cousins makes cheese, makes a cannoli filling. And there's in the town that my father and grandfather came from, San Stefano Quisquina in Sicily, there's 4 different stores, and they're all food stores, supermarkets or delis or grocery, small grocery. There's 4 of them that have a store in the small town of San Stefano.
Oh,
Jeff,
wonderful.
Jeff, if you could, go ahead and bring up picture number 4, Santo Stefano. And this is the town right here behind you, where
Beautiful.
Phil's family is. In fact, you were there just there about a year and a half ago, I believe, right?
A couple years ago, I was there in this, 2 summers ago. I spent a week in San Stefano area.
Now, and my sisters went in 2004 into Santo Stefano. I went in 2005. And we met Francesco Cacciatore. And in fact, Jeff, the next picture, I believe, is that photo, Francesco's place. Now, Philip, which one is Francesco? He's the one in the brown jacket, the blue shirt?
The one,
Which one?
Yes.
In the center, correct, right?
That's the one in the center is Andrea.
Andrea, okay.
Andrea, that's the father, Francesco's father,
Okay.
and he's behind him. The gray hair behind him,
And
to the right.
Ah, perfect. Now, the lady in the blue is my sister Kathy on the other side. Second from the right is my sister Deanna. And this was in 2004 when they were there. And the next picture shows a little bit of more of that sign above his shop. Now, this is formaggi tapici. Is that is cheese? Well, what is the
Cheese.
tapici? Is it like typical, I think? Typical cheeses?
Typical cheeses.
Okay. Jeff, let's take a look at the next picture. This is the year I was there.
Hey, who's that guy?
I know. It's this is in 2005.
Steve
Yeah,
Reno.
that's you with my cousin Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah.
That was we had the best time there. Now let's go on to the next photo.
Wow.
Now we're gonna take a little bit more time on this picture here.
It's a little older photo there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Philip Cacciatore and myself. We're related. Philip's mother and my grandfather were brother and sister. And what we're doing is we're going to go from left to right and just kind of name the people in this photo. This is in Tampa, early 1900s. Phil, go ahead and read the first one here. The one now we're looking from the left in the gray dress.
Yes, that's Maria. That's one of my aunts.
Okay, and then to
right
the right
next,
of her,
right next to her is my nana, Paulina,
Paulina.
and that's Steve's grandfather sitting on my nana's lap.
That's Nino.
Wow.
The
That's
baby?
Nino.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
that is cool.
that's Nana George.
Giorgio.
And right next to him is my Aunt Bernarda. The tall fella is my Uncle Steve,
He's very tall.
Stefano.
Stefano. And Ignacio's the one in between the 2 girls.
Now Ignacio, he died of the Spanish influenza back in the 1917, 16 range.
Yes. Yeah,
And-
he died at a young age.
Right, it was a bad thing at the time, and my sister was on a mission to find his grave here in Tampa, and this was about 10, 12 years ago. Her and my uncle, and they were unable to locate it. But really a sad story. And who's the person on the right?
That's my mother.
Wow, what a great
How about that?
On
photograph.
the right.
It is a wonderful photo.
And the year the photograph was taken, Philip?
Probably 1905.
Wow. And taken right here in Tampa, Florida?
Yes.
That is, and the gentleman again that's in the background, it's Stefan,
Steve.
correct?
Yes,
Right.
Stefano.
Now look how
Stefano.
tall he is in that photo.
He's
Yeah.
very tall.
He-
Yeah,
he-
that's what I.
It looks like he's standing on a crate, but he was just a tall.
He's a
guy.
tall
Big
gentleman.
fella.
Yes.
He was the enforcer. We can assume that he was the
Right.
enforcer in the family.
And we have a picture coming up here pretty soon, but when it comes to it, we'll point it out. And you'll see Uncle Stephen in the background, working behind the counter.
Well, we'll get ready to show our phone number here so we can take some phone calls for Mr. Cacciatore. And of course, before we do that, we've got to get to our question of the day. And of course, this question of the week is presented by Stamataka, Stalgi, and Bonanno. And the question is this: Italian sausage or Genoa salami? I mean, it's pretty simple. You like either Italian sausage or Genoa salami. So make sure when you call in, you tell us your name, where you're calling from. Give us your bolito number before you hang up, and you've got to tell us Italian sausage or Genoa salami?
We're gonna take a vote, aren't we?
This question of the week brought to you by Stamataka Stalgi and Banana, one of our legacy sponsors. Number up there. Phone lines are open and ready to go. Mr. Cacciatore is at
Grab
the
the
ready.
phones and call in.
There's the number. Give that number, Steve.
That number is 813-977-6800. That's 977-6800.
And I can tell you this, we've got some wonderful, wonderful things we're going to be giving away here at the end of our hour when we do our bolita drawing, some of which you're not going to believe.
Yeah.
Now, while we're waiting
Big
real
surprise.
quick for that first phone call to come in, Steve, do you want a real quick? Oh, well, we don't have to
Well,
wait
we
too
don't have to
long.
wait.
Both lines lining
Look
up.
at this.
Thanks so much for letting us read those emails from last week. Our callers are all over this.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Jim from Policia.
Hey,
Jim.
Jim from
Jim.
Palmacia, how are you?
Am I one of the new resident photographers of the Tampa Native Show Season 5?
Well, you could be, yes.
Very well.
Yes.
Very well, maybe.
Is this Jim
Absolutely.
Harney?
Yes, no, it's Jim Hooper.
Oh,
And
it's
as a
Jim
matter of fact,
Hooper.
Jim Hooper from Palmacia, we are going to get together here very shortly because, as you saw, we opened the show in the background there was that photograph that you took for us. Thank you so much to Mr. Jeff Mount and Wright's
The winning
Gourmet
photograph.
Shop. The winning photograph.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got a shirt coming your way.
Yeah.
Very, very good. It was my pleasure, and that sign has been replaced, but it's got at least 3 or 4 days of good visibility
That's
here on
wonderful.
Bill Mabry right
That's
there.
great.
I'm sure when Mr. Mount comes in to do the show, he'll have that sign up there again that week. I'm pretty sure.
I bet you on that one.
That's a good bet.
doubt.
Yeah.
Well, question for Mr. Cacciatore is Mr. Cacciatore related to the same family that ran the Cacciatore and Sons market there at Henderson and Lois?
Good question.
And
That's Henderson and Lois is Castellano.
oh, the Castellano.
That's
Okay,
Castellano, not
my-
Cacciatore.
I'm sorry. My bad.
That was Castellano as in Castellano and Pisa, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Castellano piece.
And Agliano had a little fish market there. Listen, the Italian people, they just owned all of that. You know what I mean? There was a time here where, if you bought groceries anywhere, pretty much came from an Italian store somewhere. They fed most of us.
And the Agliano Fish Market was right there across the street.
Right.
That's correct. That's correct.
Right.
And they all knew each other.
And of course they did.
Yeah.
They all broke
Yep.
bread on Sundays together. That's for sure.
There you go. And Steve, I still refer to that boulevard that goes from East Tampa all the way through town as Buffalo Avenue. But what is the name of Buffalo Avenue today?
Well, it's MLK.
Right.
It's Martin Luther King
Martin
Jr.
Luther
Boulevard.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Right. And
You know.
But at the time that Hutto's Corner was doing its thing, that was Buffalo Avenue
Yes.
as we knew
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That too.
Of
When
course,
we grew up, it was Buffalo Avenue.
If you had to get stitched up and you couldn't make it all the way into Ybor City to go to Treyes Clinic, which is where we were members, you went over there to that hospital on the corner of Buffalo and McDill, and that was, of course, St. Joseph's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything was on Buffalo.
Absolutely.
That's how you know you're a Tampa native. Like Steve was saying earlier, that's code
It's a
speak.
code
Right.
word.
And it's absolutely true. You can be anywhere that you see Buffalo Avenue, they go,
The new
"Oh,
people don't really know that.
Buffalo. I got you. Go ahead, I'm with you.
I went to high school at Buffalo and Hines.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, my Bolita number for the 15-minute girl, or
Yes.
whoever's keeping track of those,
Yes.
would be number 58 in honor of Senor Mario himself.
58.
58.
Okay.
And that's
Got
not
you
your
down.
age, but well, it's close to it. We're getting
We're getting there,
Don't
man.
push it.
Yeah, we're getting there soon enough. Hey, and the question of the week this week, Italian sausage, Genoa salami.
well, you're talking to a watch from Alabama, so I pretty much got to flip a coin, and I guess that's the Italian sausage.
There you go.
There you go.
One
Okay.
for Italian sausage, darling. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Jim.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
being
Jim.
our resident photographer.
Thanks,
And
Jim.
we appreciate you out there in the community, man. Call anytime.
We'll do Mario Cesali, and nice to see Mr. Cacciatore.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thanks, Jim.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take the next one.
Here we go. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, this is Tom from New York.
Hey, Tom.
from New York.
Hey, Tom calling back.
We're
You know.
becoming old friends,
How you doing,
Tom.
Mario, Steve, Sally, and
Good,
Bill?
Good.
Very good.
Say
Thanks
hello to-
for calling. We
Yeah.
were talking about you just before the show started. and
We sure did.
We had a nice little laugh, kind of at your expense, Tom. and we were chuckling at how ineffectively we all handled little bit of a delay last week.
I know.
But, hey, we're back this week. We're going to handle it much, much better.
And just so everyone knows,
No means I turned down the Valiant.
Yay!
There you go.
Nice.
Good.
Well
You're a
played,
quick
sir.
learner.
All that needed to be done.
That's it. That's it.
Tom-
Talk to us on the phone.
Tom lives in New York. He's my colleague at work at AT&T. Now, this is proof that you don't have to be a Tampa native to enjoy the show.
Right.
Absolutely.
He's never. I don't think you've even been
You
to
can
Tampa,
just
have you?
know the Tampa natives.
There
too.
you go.
Well, that's an interesting story.
Okay.
On Friday, one time, I got a call from my contracting company telling me that the position was terminated. So by 2 hours later, I had another job that happened to be in Tampa in the same building that Steve works in.
Oh, okay.
I went home, packed my stuff Friday night. Saturday morning, kissed my wife, or Saturday afternoon, kissed my wife goodbye. Drove to Tampa.
Wow.
Was there by Sunday. Pick up my friend Jeff. Got me in, and it got me to the right place. So God bless him. I went to work. I was in the office on Monday. I got an apartment on Monday because I looked for one on Sunday. Signed the contract.
It's all news to me, by the
On
way.
Thursday, I get my old job back.
Wow.
I packed everything back up, turned my lease back in on Friday, and I was back home on Saturday.
Well, that's why you like the
That's a
show
pretty
so much.
amazing
'cause
trip.
You came to Tampa.
That's a whirlwind. Yes,
Yeah.
listen. And the next time you're
Zip,
here,
zip, zip.
absolutely, you have to come look us up, and we'll take you over to Cacciatore's, brother, so we can get you a Cuban sandwich, or perhaps
Right.
even
Italian
an
sausage.
yeah, they're easy,
Easy
to
for
say.
you to
An
say.
Italian sausage sandwich. It's
Yeah.
easy. Now, the question of the week is, and since you're up there in New York, we have to understand that
There's plenty
you
of
must know
Italians
what
up
an,
there.
you must know what an Italian sausage is, and certainly you know what Genoa salami is. Do you have a preference?
My wife is from Italian descent. Every time we go for the holidays, every time we go for the holidays, it is definitely Italian pasta sausage. So
There you go.
Okay, so we're going to
Two.
put you down for Italian sausage.
Right.
sausage.
And your lucky bolita drawing number from 1 to 75?
Oh, got to be the lucky number 8.
Okay.
Lucky number
I think
8.
you-
eight.
We've
You got it
you
this
down.
time.
Tom.
Thanks, Tom. We appreciate you calling, man. You're a good fan. And
Yeah.
hey, how's the weather up there in New York? Okay?
Y'all take care. Y'all
Thank
take
you.
care.
Thanks,
you
Tom.
as well. You as well. Thanks,
Thanks
Tom.
for
We'll talk to you
calling.
soon.
All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Tom.
Tom.
Hey, that's great, Steve.
I
We
know.
got a new
That
fan
is
in New
great.
York. See, this show
It's
actually,
wide-reaching, isn't it?
It's very
Yes.
wide-reaching. If we've got other fans out there that are watching, especially our out-of-state viewers, because we love our out-of-state viewers.
We love
give us a
everybody.
call. Give us a call. I know tonight we're talking to Mr. Cacciatore, all things Cacciatore Brothers. But if you're out there watching in Richmond or in Seattle or in LA, Dallas, wherever you might be watching from, Chicago, give us a
Washington.
call. We'd love to hear from you. Steve, let's talk about that picture
You
right
know,
there.
absolutely. That's Giovanni Cacciatore Supermercado. Now, is that your direct cousin, Philip?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Giovanni.
Those are cousins, first cousins.
First cousins.
First cousin, okay. And is that the family you go to visit when you do go to Sicily, Santo Stefano?
Yes.
Jeff, let's bring up the next picture. It's an actual blow up of that sign. Here we go. Maybe take us out of it for a second. And there you go. Salamerio Formaggi Tipici. And I think it means delicatessen with typical cheese. I did a free translation.
Did a Google
Yeah,
search?
I sure did.
I would like to know what typical cheese is. What is typical cheese?
Well, perhaps Mr. Cacciatore would elaborate
I
on
know,
that.
really.
Because I don't think you're any kind of an authority to be talking about typical cheese.
Are there untypical cheeses?
I don't know. You got me on that one.
Okay. We'll do some research on
I guess common cheese, the
Common
cheese of
cheese.
every man.
Right,
The
that's
cheese-
what it's supposed
not,
to
not the not the extraordinary or extravagant cheeses, but common cheeses.
that.
Well,
Okay.
Very good. You know what? Let me get to.
Yeah, read some emails.
We're 20 minutes past the hour, and as the hour continues to creep past us, we've
Fly
got to
by.
get to the. This is the Tony Zapponi. I'll do this one, Stevie. Want me
Go-
to do
no,
this
go
one?
ahead. Go right
Tony
ahead.
Zapponi Tampa Trivia, brought to you by.
Tony Peroni of Housewife Bake Shop.
And you probably know Tony Peroni, do you not?
Yes,
Of Housewife
I do.
Bake Shop.
Sure, they've been around for a long
Tampa,
time.
Another Tampa tradition, established business, over 50 years in the same location on the corner of?
Oh, it's Sly in Armenia. Oh,
Right.
and coincidentally, when I went to Sicily, Santo Stefano, 2005, guess who was on my tour?
Tony Peroni.
Tony Peroni.
Peroni.
And Mrs. Peroni, yeah.
Well,
had
the
the best time.
Tony Zapponi, Tampa Trivia, brought to you by Tony Peroni of Housewife Bake Shop.
We planned
Here's-
that.
Yeah, wow, that's a mouthful. It is you see that from Phil's got.
A tongue twister.
It is. Well, here's the question of the week. We don't have any calls right now. This is perfect. I'll read the question. Remember, there's $10 on the line here. $10 on the line to the correct answer. And here's the question of the week. Philip, you can't play. In the 50s and 60s, it was a popular dinner.
Start over.
It says dinner, but I think this should be diner. No. In the 50s and 60s, it was a popular dinner and entertainment spot at Rocky Point. Rocky Point. Rod Serling, creator and narrator of the popular science fiction TV program The Twilight Zone, was a frequent visitor. What was the name of this place? And you can't cheat on this one, Tony goes on to say, because he says even Google doesn't remember the name.
Someone will remember.
But somebody will remember. Would you like me to read that again?
I remember.
In the 50s and 60s, it was a popular dinner and entertainment spot on Rocky Point.
Yep.
That should be your indication.
Now, that should generate some calls.
$10 on the line here. Anybody out there watching at Castillo's Cafe got an idea? Call us up. Oh, well, what do you know?
Or
There
just
it is.
call us
Take
up
that
about
one.
anything. That
We got,
Castillo's
we got two
got.
here. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Suzanne with Historic Homes Workshop.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Hey,
Hi, how
hey,
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're going to see you Saturday.
Wonderful. We're going to see you Saturday. We've got it in our notes. Upcoming events. We're going to be plugging the event on Saturday for sure. But if you'd like to take a moment and gratuitously plug it now, please do.
Well, you know what I wanted to do is I wanted to ask if you guys were coming to the setup pizza party tomorrow night at 5.
At 5, I've got a previous
Yeah.
commitment. But you know what? If we could be there a little bit earlier than 5, if we might be able to bug out of there at about 5 or 5:15 or 5:30, can we be there as early as 4? We can give you an hour's worth.
The pizza might not be ready.
Sadly, the pizza isn't arriving until 5, and I
Oh.
want
That's no problem because we can set up from 4 to 5, eat from 5 to 10, and leave at 5:10. I don't have a problem with that.
A pizza to go, right?
We'll be there for you. You need us to help you set up. You know you can count on us, Susan. We'll be there for you.
why don't you come at 5, eat pizza, and we'll live happily ever after.
Okay, amen. I like that. I like the sound of that.
That
We'll do
sounds-
that.
yep.
We will absolutely do that. We're looking forward to this Saturday. And so is Johnny Sinchep, by the way.
Yeah, we're excited to be with him there.
Well, I'm excited to have all you guys there. You were very, very popular last year.
Good. Good to hear.
That is fun to hear.
And feel free to plug the event.
We will. We
Sure
will
will.
absolutely. How many are you expecting this time around?
It's hard to say. Last year we were expecting 2. That's 2 people.
As in you and me. As in me and you, too.
And we figured we had about 150.
Wow.
That's pretty
Lots.
good.
That's
That's pretty
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
So this year we have expanded our venue considerably because people were pretty smushed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
This year
So there'll
it's
be
at the
more
Seminole
room.
Heights United Methodist Church. It's a big place,
Good, good.
She speaks Italian.
and I'll let you guys do the plug-in, but just wanted to call and offer you pizza tomorrow.
Thank you, honey. Before you go, you've got to tell us Italian sausage, Genoa salami.
What's your choice?
Italian sausage.
Okay, that's 3 for Italian
Three
sausage,
sips.
Genoa salami. Slow out of the gate tonight. And your bolita number, your lucky bolita drawing between 1 and 75.
7.
7. Lucky number
Ah,
7.
there we go.
Thank you, Susan. We'll
Thanks-
see you
thanks,
real
Suzanne.
soon, as in tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
So I guess you didn't know the answer to that question, which I know.
No.
Go ahead, Steve.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, it's Diane Robichaud King. How are y'all?
Hey, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Doing
Great to
great.
hear from you.
How are
Our
you?
fans are just,
I
they're
know.
calling us from everywhere, Philip. Where are you calling from tonight, darling?
I'm in Spring Hill, Florida.
Of course you
Oh,
are.
boy. Is that where you live?
Yeah, that's where I
That's what I
live.
thought.
Yeah.
Excellent.
good.
Excellent. We're going to miss you at the upcoming Rays game event. You know, you're one of our big
Oh,
party
I know.
hardy girls, and we're just going to miss you. That's all I'm going to say.
Soon, I promise.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good, good. Did you have a question for Mr. Cacciatore, or
Oh.
just want to heap some love and affection on him, tell him how good his product is, and
Oh, it's excellent.
the fact that he doesn't know his cheeses doesn't mean anything, really.
Cheese. Typical cheese, that is.
I know.
But I wanted to take a shot at that dinner theater question. I think it's Barkey's dinner.
We have a winner,
Oh, we do.
ladies and gentlemen.
We sure
No
do.
more callers. Very good. You know,
Good job on that.
I remember that. Yeah. It was way back, but I remember it.
yeah, Tony,
Yeah, remember
Tony
Barkey's,
Saponi
yeah.
thought that might be a stumper, but I said, you don't know our fans, Tony.
No,
you don't know our fans.
They're well versed.
They're very well versed.
Over there. Yep.
Wonderful, darling. Well, listen, shoot me a
Need a
message
number?
shoot me a messessage on Facebook so that I can get your address, because Tony will directly send you your winnings, okay?
Thank you.
He
Thank you.
cuts out the middleman on this because he knows I'm going to take a little bit off of that top there. But he's going to send it directly to you. So just send me an email address with your physical address.
Okay, I will.
Email, and I'll
Thanks for
send it.
calling.
Yeah, and before
hear
you
from
go, Italian sausage, Genoa salami.
Genoa salami.
Hey, there we go. One for
Okay.
Genoa salami.
3 to
And your
1.
bolita number?
Number 13 for Friday, tomorrow the 13th.
Friday the 13th,
there
and
you
that's
go.
not bad luck, okay? That's not bad luck. Unless you break a mirror and a black cat crosses your
Or
path.
walk under a
and
ladder.
Ladder
All-
or anything like that. Yeah.
All on the same, oh, you're right, exactly. Thank you, Diane, we appreciate you calling, darling.
Nice to hear your voice, Diane.
Okay, thanks.
Good to hear.
Appreciate
care.
it. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Diane Robichaud King. Well, that didn't take long.
No, not
Did
at
you
all.
know the answer to that, Philip?
Yes, Barkis.
You knew it was
Oh,
Barkey's?
and-
And the other, you remember the other dinner theater that was very, very popular back in the 60s and 70s as well?
Which one's?
Paddle Wheel, out there on the way to Clearwater.
Oh.
The Showboat Dinner Theater?
Yeah.
You remember the
Yes,
Showboat?
Showboat. Of course.
It looked like an old
Now that you
riverboat?
say yes.
Yep.
You know who used to perform there? Dawn Wells from Marianne.
That's
Get
true.
out.
She did.
Yeah, I
She
remember
did.
when
Didn't she,
was
wasn't she
there.
a Clearwater or St. Pete
Well, she
resident
lived
for
in
a
Bel
while?
Air, Bel Air Bluff.
That's what it was.
We have another caller.
Awesome.
great.
We have. Let's try it.
Oh,
Here go the
hello.
calls.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, it's Angelo Remore.
Hey, Angelo.
Angelo.
Hey,
How are you?
we got your email last week. Thank you.
Good. Listen, back in the 50s, I lived behind the Columbia Bakery, which was two doors down from Philip's father's store.
Nice.
And sometimes me and Philip used to pitch a ball back and forth back there. I don't know if he still remembers.
Do you remember that?
Of course.
In fact, I said hello to him at the Italian festival. I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
Angelo.
did. We met at the Italian festival, and yeah, back there in the alley, right behind the store.
Yep, right behind the store.
Those are good memories.
Wow, that's-
Those are good memories. And that's what, listen, that's what we do here at the Tampa Native Show.
Yep.
We talk about not only memories, old ones,
Yep.
some that are going on right now, and
New.
creating new ones all the time. Angelo, you got to come out and join us at one of our events.
Yes, in fact, I thought you guys were going to be at the Italian festival.
Well, we were last year. This year we got a little tied up, and Steve was there.
I was there just-
representing the group.
Actually, I think we were sick with allergy
Yeah,
issues.
that was part of what it was. To be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, this pollen season has been brutal. I don't know if everybody else. I mean, I'm just now getting
Yeah,
over
me
it.
too.
I tell you, it was
But you know,
packed.
with
Was-
my day job and what I do on the airplane, it compounded. I was kind of sick that weekend,
Yeah.
and not really at my best.
I have a trivia question for you guys. See if y'all can answer this.
Hit it. Let's go.
Does anybody know what the name of Columbus Drive was before it was Columbus Drive?
I think I do, but I'm going to wait and I'll pass, and let's see if Tampa Steve knows. Tampa?
I do not know.
I passed also.
I
Okay.
pass.
15-minute girl?
Michigan.
La Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan Avenue. Hey,
La Michigan.
Amichica.
La Michigan. That's the way my abuela used to say La Michigan.
Michigan.
Exactly.
She couldn't say Belle Lindsay either. She said Belinki. And Montgomery Wards, forget it. Monkey Wards.
Where's everybody says.
That's
Everybody
how
called
when you
that.
knew you're from Tampa. When your abuela used to say La Michigan and,
Oh yeah,
you know,
Amichica.
La Michigan. Wonderful, wonderful memories. Oh yeah, before you go, Italian sausage, Genoa salami.
Well, of course, Italian sausage.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
sausage is killing it tonight.
Hands down.
And listen, put me down for number 24 for the Bolita.
Good deal.
24 for Bolita.
Okay.
Callers are coming hot and heavy. Listen, we're only at 30 minutes past the hour. I'm going to say it again at the risk of repeating myself. Tonight's grand prize, courtesy of one Mr. Philip Cacciatore and his generosity, it's going to be pretty good.
Yes, surprise.
The panel here is very jealous that we can't win it. I'm just going to say that. So
You might
call
even
in.
say it's delicious.
Yeah, call in. If you just want to give us a Bolita number and you got nothing to say to me, to the 15-minute girl, to Mr. Cacciatore or Tampa Steve, you might want to just give us your number.
All right.
Oh yeah, Angelo, thank you for calling.
Thanks,
Did he give
Angelo.
us his oh, he did give us
Yeah,
it. Never
we appreciate
mind.
you, Papa. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You know, Angelo.
Isn't that great?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, he mentioned.
Look at the smile on Philip's
Yeah.
face. He knows. He
mentioned-
used to play catch. He used to play catch with Angelo in the backyard.
You know, he remembers the store, the Cacciatore Brothers store. And Jeff, if you can, let's bring that up real quick. It's number 9. And that's the original store. Here you go. If you want.
Oh, wow.
It's a little pixelated. It was a copy of a copy. So,
Look at the
you know,
knickers that
apologize for
kids were
that.
wearing there.
And the little cap. Yep.
But right behind the counter, though, if you're looking from the right to the left, the second gentleman that's your father, right?
Yes.
And if you look a little bit further over to the left, it's really hard to see in
Now
this
behind
picture.
the counter, correct?
Behind the counter,
Okay,
right.
got it, got it,
There's
got
4
it.
behind the counter. There's
Got it.
4 in front of the counter.
Yeah.
The second from the right is Philip's father.
Okay.
If
So
you
he's over that gentleman's shoulder. with the
over his
tie.
shoulder,
Got it.
exactly.
Yes.
And if you stay behind the counter and keep going to the left,
Uh-huh.
the guy, the number 4, closest to the pole, is
Gotcha.
Uncle Stefano. That was in
nice.
the prior picture earlier.
Okay,
Oh,
got
wow.
it.
And that was Philip's uncle, my great uncle. And here's the interesting thing. Remember I mentioned earlier Ignacio, who died of the Spanish influenza as a
Yes.
teenager. That's him standing in front of on the front of the counter on
Oh,
the
is
left
he
hand
the one
side.
with
By the
his
Yeah,
great
he's
looking
got his
thing?
Left
elbow.
elbow?
Yes, left elbow up on the
Yeah.
counter.
Oh, the white shirt.
No, up to the left of him.
Oh, okay. It was a little
like
kid.
grayish.
Yeah, he has his elbow on the shoulder on the
Can you
counter
tell us
too.
the year that this picture was taken, Steve? Do you know?
Well, Philip might know. Do you know, Philip?
No.
Guesstimate?
I would guess because
Around the 19...
30s?
No, it has to be before that.
Way before
Oh,
that.
wow.
The teens are 1920.
Wow, it's just amazing that you have these photographs to share with us.
Well, Ignacio died in like 1917, so this is probably
Yeah,
1915.
so it's probably, yeah,
1915.
that's true. So,
Yeah.
1915. Look, everybody's dressed, hard shoes, nobody's in tennis shoes.
Now,
Boys
Philip.
in their short pants
Oh,
and their knickers.
isn't it a
Everybody's
different-
wearing a cap.
Oh, how about this? You can't see it in this picture too easily, but the gentleman on the right behind the counter, behind his shoulder, is a big rack of Italian sausage.
Oh, I
You
see
see
it.
it?
I
You see
do
it?
see it. Yep, hanging over there. I
that's
do
my,
see it.
yeah, that's my uncle. The one on the right, that's my uncle Sylvester, and he was the Italian sausage maker of the family back then.
Now, Philip, where is this store located actually in Ybor City?
Between 17th
You
and
can take us out,
18th,
Jeff.
between 17th and 18th Street, on the north side of the street.
Still there currently? The building is still
No,
standing?
the building's
gone?
been gone since the 60s.
Oh. But you remember it as a child?
Yes.
You remember the
Yes.
building was there as a child?
That's it. The building.
My question to you, we've got another quick announcement to make in just a minute, but my question to you, Philip, is, you know, it's an amazing legacy, an amazing story. We probably can't tell but this much of it in the hour that we've got to work with here tonight.
Right.
But what is it like? I mean, what has it been like being a part of that? I know it's an awesome responsibility being part of the Cacciatore legacy, but I mean, it's also got to be cool. It's got to be fun. There's got to be so much going
been
on.
a lot of fun. That's why I still do it.
and making
Yeah.
friends all along.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's sort of like when you hear the name Alessi, you hear the name Gunsmart, you hear the name Cacciatore. You know, all these,
Long time
you
name.
More, I mean, all these names just resonate. That, you know, it screams Tampa history. It
Yes.
screams, you know, Tampa. I guess you could say our royalty, right? It's kind of
Yes.
these are the families that established.
Founding fathers.
Yeah, our founding families. That's what
Established
thank you,
Tampa.
baby. Yeah.
Well, you know, here's speaking of other Tampa natives, Peter Anello wrote something on Facebook.
Read that, please.
Let's read that real quick. This is from Peter Anello. And Philip, let me know if you remember this, but my son worked at the Town and Country store when he was in high school. It was the only job I would let him work because it did not interfere with band or football. He walked in and told them his last name, and they hired him. He thought that getting the job would be that easy the rest of his life. Not so
That
much,
set
right?
the bar kind of high, huh? I'm an Anello. You're in. You're hired.
That's incredible.
Hey, before we get a little bit further down the road, let me go ahead and say that we have one more announcement. We actually have two more. We got in about 10 minutes we'll get to our bolita drawing, but I missed my cue at 30 minutes past the hour. This South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic presents 15-Minute Girl special announcement. That's easy for me to say. 15-Minute Girl, take it away, darling. You've got a special announcement you should have
Yes,
made
I
about 5
do.
minutes ago.
Yes, I do. The special announcement is that the Rays game, the Rays event on the 22nd,
Yes.
is a sellout.
Sell out.
Wow.
And
Sold
we want to
out.
thank everyone who sent their checks in and who's going to be visiting with us there. We're going to have a really, really fun time. I'm going to take lots of pictures. I'm going to take some videos, so it'll all be on the show so you can see it. But it's going to be fun. And thank you all for helping us sell it out.
And we were going to cap that event off at 60 participants.
Yeah.
And at the last
We went a
minute,
little over.
we got a rush, and we went up to actually 66. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Thank you to everybody that participated.
Yes.
We're going to have a blast. Tickets forthcoming. We've got all kinds of special surprises, and that's going to happen
And the Rays are
next Sunday.
playing
The Rays are
great.
hot. They lost today, but they're hot.
They're still hot.
They're 4-2, and they're atop their division. They're
Yeah.
hot right
Off
now.
to a good start.
Off to a great
It'll
start,
be a
sweeping
great-
the Yankees
great
in a
time.
three-game sweep at home.
Yeah.
So thank you for those of you that send in your checks and your money.
Can't
on
wait to
time.
see ya.
Yep, we're going to see you real soon. Steve, we got a call. Want to go to the caller?
Let's do that. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good evening. This is Hugh from South
Hugh
Tampa.
Perret.
Hey, Hugh.
Hey,
Brett?
Hugh from South Tampa. This is Hugh Perret. Calls every week, wins every week.
Hi,
He's the
Hugh.
luckiest guy.
We try to screen his calls, but we can't help it. He just gets
He's a
through.
lucky man, that's for
Take your
sure.
number this time.
Hi, Hugh. You got a question or a comment for Mr. Cacciatore?
I do. I have a trivia question, a comment. Also, I'll answer the sausage. I like the Italian sausage.
Okay.
Give us your number while you're at it.
Well, I shouldn't do that.
Sure, of course.
All right, I'll take number 10.
10,
Okay, now the
okay.
comment.
Oh, comment as on the for your guest there. What was your most famous guest? Either famous in Tampa or famous
question.
in the United States as a customer.
You always have great questions, Hugh.
Famous what? I didn't.
A famous guest or famous customer that came into your store that you happen to wait on, celebrity, anybody that's really memorable that you might remember.
Well, Vinny Testaverde used to shop at the store when he played football in Tampa.
Great.
Lou Piniella shopped in the store. Wade Boggs has been in the store.
Really?
There you go. There's a little bit of baseball.
3 Tampa celebrities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool.
2 local homegrown. Sure.
Good. I have the trivia question is, there was a TV personality in the 50s and early 60s named Ed Scott. What character did he play on, it was a children's show. What character did he play, Ed Scott?
Was it Barney Bungalower?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Did he have a puppet?
Yeah. Did he have a sidekick, or was it just him? Was he in makeup? Help us out.
He had a sidekick, but I'd be giving it away to tell you who his sidekick.
Yeah, don't give us a sidekick. It wasn't Barney Bungalower, was it?
No,
That's
it
what I
was not.
said.
So you said 50s and 60s?
Right.
Andy.
50s and 60s.
Andy's game?
No.
I don't know.
Philip, help us out.
No.
Pardon?
Stump me on that one.
That's a tough one. What do we win?
You stumped the panel.
It was 3D Danny.
3D Danny.
I don't remember that.
He was.
We have a picture of him.
We do have a
We have
picture of
yeah,
him.
we've got a picture
yeah.
of 3D Danny in one of our Tampa Natives Facebook archive photographs.
And he was the owner of Edwards Tobacco Shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we know that.
Oh,
That
that's
place is right
awesome.
there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right there in the heart of
Some years
Southampton.
ago, but
Yes.
he was on around the time of Mary Ellen, you know.
Yes.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Didn't that tobacco shop have the pipe that would do the round on top of the building that would go around and around and around in there in Southampton?
I think they did.
Right.
I'm asking. That's a question. You have to answer
I
that.
think
You
they
can't just
did.
say right. You have
Yeah.
to answer that question.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it did.
Yeah.
I think so. I remember as a kid, it was down there by
Yeah.
WTVT, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, it had the pipe, and the
Yeah.
pipe went around the top, and I mean, the things you remember as a
Well,
kid.
kids, we would notice
remember
stuff
that.
like that.
I'm sorry. I just, I remember these are special moments.
But yeah, it revolved. I'm pretty sure it did.
Right there
Yes.
by Krispy Kreme and by State Vacuum, which is another
Another
business
landmark,
that's been here
yeah.
that Gorilla's been outside there forever.
Yeah.
Getting old.
You know what I'm talking about, Philip?
Oh, yeah.
He's been waving at us for the last 50 years.
I bet you they replaced
State
him a
Vacuum.
couple
Someone stole
times.
Oh, I'm sure they've had to replace him a couple of times. Hugh, I got a feeling you're going to win again tonight, man. I don't know why.
You're lucky.
All right. Well, it's great to have you all back on the air. It's really
Good to hear.
every week.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Hugh.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your great question.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Thank you. Stumped the panel tonight.
Yeah.
There's one for you. Thanks, Hugh.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
You know, Philip talked about Vinny Testaverde earlier.
Yep.
Jeff,
Yes.
if you will, let's go to picture 2 and 3, and let's talk a little bit about some recent history here.
Ah.
Now tell us about this, Philip.
Who's that young fella right there?
That's my son Lucas.
Hey, Lucas.
And we won the bocce ball tournament.
Wow, it's a
nice.
nice trophy right there.
It's a big
We
trophy.
played with Vinny Testaverde, Anthony Beck, Lucas, and myself. And our team won, beat out the other 16 teams. and
Nice.
We got the trophy.
Great job.
And the next picture, I think, is Vinny Testaverde. There he is.
Oh,
he
look.
is.
And Anthony
He's
Beck.
graying a little bit.
Vinny, Anthony, myself, and Lucas, yes.
That's
And you
great.
came in first
Big
place. huh?
guy.
Yes, first place.
We want to
Good
play
job.
next year. Can we play?
Sure
Can
you
we
can.
try out for your team?
Oh, my team.
Well, he'll have to think
Or
about
maybe
that.
You can have 2 teams. Maybe you can have team 1 and team 2,
Team-
and we'll play on the second team.
Vinny already said we're making the same team next year.
Oh, that's nice.
There you
That's
go.
nice. Hard to argue with that fella.
he knows
He's
the winner.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
Go with Vinny.
He's a big guy. Well, I know
Yeah.
that you guys had a lot of fun that day. 16 teams. You came out number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty
that
good.
was great.
Pretty good.
What a great photo.
He looks good.
Quite a thrill.
Do you want to take a minute, Steve, and
Sure.
and give a quick shout out to our sponsors?
We
which
should do that.
Which we omitted at the top of the show, but hey.
Uh-oh.
It's
just
still within
before
the
we-
hour.
Yeah, it's absolutely just before we get to the 45-minute mark. Real quick.
Which we're
I've got my
almost
list.
there.
You
I've
yours?
got my list. I'm ready.
All right. I'll tell you what.
You want to start?
I'll start them. I'll go just like this. These are our legacy sponsors this year, and we want to make sure that everybody knows who they are because we're very proud to be associated with them.
And we're
sure
very
are.
We have
thankful
one of
for
them sitting
them.
right over there.
Exactly.
Mr. Cacciatore. Alessi Bakery, La Union Italiana, Wright's Sandwich Shop, Gourmet House.
Stamatakas, Thalgi, and Bonanno. Amarili's Sandwiches and More. Cacciatore Brothers.
PJ Testa Accounting, Costantino and Company, South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic, and Housewife Bake Shop. Personal contributors include Mr. Frank Cueto, Mr. Ronnie DeRigo, chefs Dave Del Rio and George Tamargo, Henry and Raul Castillo, Copeland More and his wife Stephanie, Phil and Carmen Nunez, Mike and Kathy White, and we love you all. And
We
you know
do.
what? If you're out there and you'd like to join this who's who of contributors and sponsors, well, we'd love to have you join this family. We're here each and every week. You know, we've got a new number that we've installed in our office just
The comment line?
Yeah, it's a comment line. I think Jeff may have
Please
that number
call
there.
and leave a comment
No, you
because
don't
so
have-
far we're getting
We're
weird.
not begging for calls, but yes, we kind of are. We just like to get a call from our our viewers and tell
Just
us
call and say, hey,
how
I
much
like the
fun
show.
you're having watching our show. And the
Yeah.
number is 813-920-2508. Once again, operators are standing by. No, they're not.
Not
Maybe
really.
voicemail.
But there is a recording device set up.
But the phone's
so
there.
It's 813-920-2508. Phil, please call us. Okay. Phil, call us. All right? That's our comment line. If you need to reach out to us on an email, show@tampanatives.com. Our website is
The website is tampanativesshow.com. tampanativesshow.com.
tampanativeshow.com. Okay, we're at the 45-minute mark, so Jeff tells us that means
Well,
one
that
thing
means
and one thing only.
It's time to say,
Mm-hmm.
we're so glad we've had this time together just to share a laugh or sing a song. But there's only 15 minutes left to go, boys. So you better move the show along.
Hey!
Very good.
Not so easy.
That's nice. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
You know, guys, I like to
That's
say
the
something
number of the
here.
comment line. So listen, if you'd like to comment right now, 813-920-2508. Tell a 15-minute girl how much you enjoyed that version of We're So Glad We Had This Time Together. Or
I
not.
like Carol Burnett.
Or not.
Very nice 15
Hey,
minutes.
listen, we've got some things to give away in the Bolita drawing. We're going to do that in about 1 minute. We're going to give somebody else a chance to call in. If you want to, we're going to give you 1 more minute to call in and give us your number. You don't
Really
have to
good
say anything else
prices.
other than,
Really good.
Hi, this is so-and-so, and my number is, because you're going to regret it once you find out what we're giving away here in just a couple of minutes. Okay.
From Philip Cacciatore.
Yes, from the
Yes.
Cacciatore
Great.
Brothers. Hey, let's read these real quick emails real quick. Steve, what do you say?
I say let's
you have
do
yours
it.
starting as well? We'll wait for
somewhere.
our next caller?
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put my glasses
Steve,
on.
you want to start this off?
I sure will. This is from Susan Albritton McIntosh.
She says.
She writes, your fans appreciate you, Sally and Steve, talking to you as
Me,
me, Mario.
that's right.
And everyone that makes the show possible more every show. Thanks for the memories.
Thank you, Susan.
PJ Tester
Appreciate
writes,
it.
I love the show. It's the fastest 60 minutes on TV. You're right, Philip.
Great quote.
And Angelo Ramori says, hey guys, I'm glued to the tube. I didn't like the show on the internet. My number is 24. Good to have you back.
This is from our beloved Dan Perez. He writes, this is from last week. Great show tonight, Steve, Sally, and Mario. Everything was perfect, and on TV and online, audio and video. Audio was perfect for callers too. Pics looked great in the background, and the selection was fantastic.
Thanks, Dan
Thank you,
Perez.
Dan.
David Suarez writes, traveling again this week. Hope to get in front of my laptop to get my Tampa Natives fix. Love the spicy Italian sausage from Catch Brothers.
Catch
I like the way he
Brothers.
wrote
There
it.
you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Catch
great.
Brothers. That's kind of cool.
And
catchy.
Julie Justin Canton says, my ex-husband's first job was at the store on MLK. He continued to work there during the first few years of our marriage. Phil used to give my kids chocolate coins when we came into the shop.
Look at
How
him.
nice.
He can't wipe the smile off his
I know.
face. Philip is having the time of his life. You can't see it.
Memories.
Yeah, he's having a great time.
You guys got to excuse me a minute, but you see the picture behind you
Let's-
there?
let's
That's
bring
the
this-
typical cheese. That's
All
from-
right.
There's your typical cheese. Thank you, Philip.
That
Thank
looks
you.
like
I was
huge
right.
rounds of cheese.
Typical cheese.
I was right all along.
Very good.
Good one, Phil.
That's just sitting on the floor, isn't it, Philip?
Lastly,
Yes,
let me throw in here. We
that's
see you on the line,
aging.
caller. Don't hang up. We're going to get you right now.
You're right
Lastly,
there.
let me say Johnny Sinchett writes, wonderful news about us being back on the air. Fantastic and awesome news. You guys are doing great work, he says. I'm so excited about the new season. Looking forward to it on Thursday night. I'll have my popcorn and café con leche at the coffee table waiting for the show to start. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank
We
you, Johnny.
appreciate that.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oli Gonzalez.
Ole! Hi, Ole!
It bounced.
Good to see you back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good
You
to
too.
be back.
Good to hear from you as well.
And your guest there, he has. I live in town and country. I go to his store quite often.
There
Good.
you go. That's Ole Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, Oli.
And what I called you about was the game. How are we gonna get the tickets? What are we gonna do?
Tickets, we're going to either do that on Saturday, this coming Saturday, at Amaryllis in West Tampa, right there on Tampa Bay. We all know where Amaryllis is. Juan Santayana has graciously offered to open the doors for us for a little while, a window, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, so we can distribute the tickets. If he can't be there, he's trusted me with the keys. I'm sure it's okay.
Can we crank up the coffee
Yeah, I'm
machine?
sure it's okay. Yeah, we're going to make some café con leche somehow. I don't even know how to work the machine, but we'll figure it out. So stand by, Oli, because I'll probably give you a call and let you know personally what time to be there, okay?
Okay. All right.
We'll get them to you.
Thank you, Oli. I appreciate it. Hey,
I
lucky
did
number.
my,
number.
Bolita number. Have you done that yet?
Coming
Not
up.
yet.
Coming up next.
Here it is. Coming
We're
up.
waiting.
You some time.
28. Okay. Got you
Yeah.
down.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Oli.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye-bye. And don't forget this Saturday, you can see Steve, myself, and the 15-Minute Girl at, Stevie, where we're going to be?
Well, it's going to be the Tampa Preservation Inc.
Yes.
Historic Homes Workshop.
Thank you, Susan.
It's going to be 6111 Central Avenue, corner of Hannah and Central.
Hannah and Central.
And it's going to be a wonderful time. We're going to see some different
People.
woodworking people,
Yep.
restoration and preservation
Yep.
organizations as well. So
And we'll be there with a lot of photographs
Right.
and passing out business cards and saying hello to all of our fans. So,
sure will.
we're going to let Mr. Cacciatore do the honors
the
tonight.
number.
Oh, we got to say, this will be the drawing.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Go
I'd be
ahead.
remiss if
Go
I
ahead.
mentioned
We
that.
would be remiss, wouldn't we? We get a
Hey,
cocotazo.
no,
We'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
Big,
go ahead.
big trouble.
Go ahead, darling. This is your turn.
This Bolito drawing is brought to you by Fran Costantino and Company Real Estate.
There you go. Costantino and Company. Franny, we love you. You didn't call in tonight, Fran. You can't get your number.
She's
so
probably
Philip.
busy.
Philip.
Let go ahead, Philip. Let Philip make.
Hold it.
And tonight's winner of the first Bolita number will be
Number 19.
19.
Number 19, so that goes to...
For this Tampa
All
Native
right.
shirt. Closest to without going over.
Diane Robichaud King.
Well, Diane
Wow.
Robichaud King. Write that down there, darling. Diane Robichaud King.
Got it.
T-shirt. Lovely Tampa Natives T-shirt coming your way, Diane. Listen, you call the show and you win. That's how this
See?
works. Tonight's second drawing will be for, and we're so sorry that we couldn't get that video to work tonight. The sound, we had some
Yeah.
problems with the sound.
We'll get it back up.
Forgive
there.
us,
We'll do
Randy.
it next
Forgive
week.
us, Patty. We'll get that fixed up and we'll get that on there next week. But here's your shirt, and we're going to give it away to one lucky winner right now. Mr. Cacciatore, dig
Here we
deep
go.
now. No cheating.
Let's pull out number 32.
32, that would go to Oli Gonzalez.
Number
Wow.
28.
Lucky day for Oli.
And the grand prize, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I was
This
so
is
insistent
exciting.
that you wanted to call in. We can't even enter, and I'm so jealous because we want to win this. Mr. Cacciatore, would you like to tell them what they're going to win?
Sure, they're going to win 10 pounds of Italian sausage.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? In case you didn't, let me say it a little bit louder for you. Mr. Cacciatore is going to give the next lucky winner 10 pounds
And whoever wins, we're going to be at your house.
of Italian sausages.
when you
That's
cook
a lot of sausage.
The only caveat is we have to deliver it. And yeah, we're going to stick around for dinner too. Go ahead,
Exactly.
Mr. Cacciatore.
All right, let's see who
what
wins
we
the
can do.
sausage.
Come on, who's going to win that sausage?
Let's see. We have lucky number 13.
Uh-oh.
That's on the money.
Oh,
isn't it?
wow,
ringer.
no, it's got to be Hugh Perret.
Oh
because
my
Diane
goodness,
just
Hugh
won the
Perret,
other
I
one.
told you.
Nobody had 13?
Hugh Perret, well, no,
You're
Diane
lucky.
had already won.
I've never seen anything like it, Hugh. You just win
No,
everything.
Hugh, and we hope that you can cook.
And what a prize!
Yes, and we hope that you can cook Italian sausage because you got a lot of friends coming over to the house. That's why you've got to call the show each and every week.
Congratulations, Hugh.
If you're out there and you're watching and you still have people there, Captain Fernandez, if you're watching at the firehouse and you've got some of your guys there with you, take that picture. You take that picture.
Everybody take a picture wherever you
It
are
doesn't matter.
watching our show and
if
send
it's
it
party
in.
of one, take that picture, send it in. Hugh, you might as well take that picture. You win every week anyway. So
And we want to see who's watching.
and we want to see those pictures, and we'll show them here on the show next week. show@tampanatives.com. Send us that photograph. 5 minutes to go, we're being told.
5 minutes.
Yep,
Lucky winners.
We've got the event this weekend. Let's see what else we've got going on. We've got the event, the Rays game on the 22nd. Mr. Cacciatore, you're going to have to come out with us one of these days and come to one of our events with us.
Yes, I'll be glad to.
And if you'd like to invite us over at your house anytime to play bocce ball, we'd love to do that too.
Yes, I'll cook some Italian sausage for you.
Oh my God! Now,
Okay, now we're
game on. You heard it here live on TV. We've got it recorded for posterity.
Just build a bocce ball court in his backyard.
That's the one thing that we found out. that
Fascinating.
When we made our debut at the event, the Lions event there with at Fran's on Fran's
Yes.
property, Costantino Company, this past December, I fell in love with the game.
a
I mean,
wonderful-
I never realized, it's very competitive.
It's a wonderful game.
It is, and
is.
you can play it from 8
And
to
all ages can
8 to
yeah.
80, 9 to 90.
Yes.
I mean, it's not. As a matter of fact, an argument can be made that the older the participant, maybe the
Little
more
more
of an
finesse.
advantage you might have
Yeah.
because the game is predicated a lot on finesse.
Yes.
You know, you don't necessarily have to throw the ball very hard. In fact, the harder you throw it, sometimes it works against you.
Correct.
On that
Control,
hard
stays
on that
control.
hard surface, it's really, really slow and easy, and it's a finesse game. And I can't wait to see your court in the backyard. You've got one built. That's really, really neat.
I saw it last week.
And
It was great.
and you didn't take any pictures?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Left my camera at home.
Next time.
But I played on it though.
Next time.
Great.
Well, that's good.
Hey, how much time do we have?
Well, we've got about 3 minutes. Is that